Hello.
Funny seeing you there. It's weird doing that when I'm the one who does the time in. I gotta find a new bit now when I'm doing tech. So the really weird thing about this Coke is that it's clear, and it disturbs me. And we're here to
Clear.
play. Yep. It's
Are you sure you're
I
not
don't
just
like it
drinking
either.
fizzy water?
70%.
I mean, 70% is a pass, I guess.
Hey. So we're here to play some Burn Bright. We're gonna take some bugs and put them on the moon. Which moon? Well, we'll get into that. Hi, I'm Nat. I'm gonna be our GM today, so I'm all the people that these lovely people are not playing. So why don't we very quickly go around right? So it is me, Drac, Adamily, Izza, and just introduce ourselves and our characters, briefly.
So, hi, I'm Draconics, or Drac for short, because it's easy to say and faster to spell. I use he, him pronouns, and I'm playing Zasper, who uses they, them pronouns. They are Ronan, who is basically a hive mind of, right now, 99,953 bucks. But just give them a few days and they'll get that up to 100,000 again. Yeah, I guess I'm the captain. I'm the captain by name of the ship, but everyone seems to do whatever they want anyway on my ship. So
Hi, my name is Adam Lee. You can find me at Werewolf Fields on the Twitter. My pronouns are he, him, but my character Ex Ignis, his pronouns are he, they. I'm a gigantic, lovable robot. That's pretty much it. I wear a scarf. And that's all for clothing. Because why else
I like
would
the
you need
scarf.
one? Yeah, it's important.
Scarf is an important character trait. Hi, I'm Izza. You can find me at Evil Clever Dog on Twitter and Instagram and YouTube. And my pronouns are she, her. And I will be playing Helion419, who is also a big giant robot, and her pronouns are also she, her. She has a cool laser sword and wings. So you have to one up.
But does she have a scarf, though? Like, who needs
She
wings?
also,
I
she also
don't
has a
know.
visor, like a cool battle visor. It glows blue.
Ooh.
It's very cool.
I think that's like level with the scarf. I think you're just about level there.
I don't know. The
She's
wings
totally
are
gonna
pretty
buy a scarf at some point, just to annoy them.
cool. So, where are we right now?
Space.
Space.
The one place untouched by capitalism.
Space. I like space.
I mean,
Space.
is it not
Space.
touched? I feel like it is very touched still.
In
with
this
capitalism.
setting, I feel like it is very much touched by capitalism.
Yeah, sadly so. So, to be a little more specific, our two Peacecraft, Hellion 419 and Exignis 3, both can fly through space because they're really cool like that. And also because they're really cool, Drax character Zasper can crawl inside, particularly Hellion, and go with them through space. And this is useful because their ship has been impounded? Question mark?
Yeah, it's very upsetting actually.
Yeah, quite
I'm gonna
upsetting.
have a talk with the local council. It's very rude.
Yes.
We were not parked on double yellow, so.
They're heading up to the moon, the awakening moon of Cyprit Prime, because they got hired by a criminal named Griza to go steal a gun made out of Apocalypse Burn from ARC, the corporation that normally is dealing with conserving people and cultures and information from the burn. And they're like, why do they have that? We don't know, but no one should probably have it. Here's 20,000 Argent. Go fix that. Was basically the conversation.
Yep.
We'll do good
There's
deeds
also
for money.
There's also these weird crystal things that were people and are now moving and hurting people, or at least our crew. And I'm sure that's not going to come up this session in the slightest.
Yeah, totally. A whole planet side worth of crystal people probably won't be a problem.
I
right?
think we should just push all of them over before they, hatch or whatever.
Oh, hatch.
Nice crystal body you've got there. So sad if something were to. Bye-bye.
Oop.
So, while flying, can everybody roll me just like a D8?
just a random D8.
Just a D8, because I like to keep my players on their toes sometimes.
On roll 20 or
Or not. I'm not your mom.
Oh, okay. I thought, never mind.
Okay, so what it is again?
I don't know how to just roll a d8.
Oh, so
Slash R.
I never
space.
use roll 20 problems. Good.
if you go to roll space 1d8. And that should work. Slash or slash.
Yeah, you can just
Where's
do
the slash?
/R/R space D8.
You all said so many different things.
It's okay.
Sorry.
It's okay. You've got this.
We're learning together.
There
Okay.
you go, 5.
3,
All right.
4,
So you
5.
are the winner. You're a communicator, whatever version of that exists here. Starts ringing, and you are getting a call from one Ireth Solania Diarch Psi Oravacia True, also known as Oravacia, the Eno who works with Ark, who you had made a deal with to find one Griza Zazcot in return for information about the crystal things.
Oh yeah.
Caller ID exists, so you know who's calling. Do you pick it up?
Avasia's calling. Should I?
Oh,
Should we check in? Should we check in?
yeah, let's check in. Just say
Hey,
we're still looking for.
Avasia! Hey, girl. Hey, girl. What's up?
Hello. I have the information we settled on, if you know where a certain criminal is.
I haven't quite pinned that information down just yet. Still working on that.
Can you make me a complexity 2 deceive roll? It's over the phone, it's pretty easy, but there is lying involved.
I only have a D4 in this.
Wait,
Hey, I'll give you that
we're
Nova
going
point.
through it. We're going through an Ashwood boat. I can't. It's just signals breaking up. Okay, bye.
Going through a space tunnel.
Going through a space tunnel.
Come on. Oh, thank God.
Alright. So, you rolled your 2d4s, they came up different numbers, so you're successful, and she doesn't read it as weird. And she says, she pauses. Yeah, that makes sense. He's a slippery one. Normally
Seems so.
I would wait till you had fulfilled your half of the bargain, but this is important, so I'm gonna give it to you anyway. These things are called sporozoids. They are something that gets created when the burn infests living tissues and people, and they try to spread. Apparently there's been a couple outbreaks in the past that have been quelled kind of quickly, but if these things reach the general populated centers and start being active, they're going to replicate onto every living creature they can find.
Well, I greatly appreciate you giving us this information, even though we haven't quite come up with yours yet. That sounds very bad and like something we should definitely avoid. So, like, how many of the crystal statues are on the planet again?
Well, there was a populated planet that got eaten. So, I'm just gonna go with many.
Yeah.
Or were you asking that in character of Oravacia?
Oh yeah, she was asking that in character.
Oh, sorry. Our conservative estimates put us at 6 million?
That
Of course, a lot of those wouldn't have ended up here, and that's kind of the problem, actually. If they were all on Cyprit Prime, we could solve the problem quite swiftly. Unfortunately, not all of them landed here. Some of them landed on the other planets in the system, and some might even be on their way farther out.
Guys, we might have a slight issue.
Do we? What's going on?
My laser targeting ray still on the fritz. That was a slight
Hopefully
issue,
not.
right?
Is it? I mean, that's not too bad. I think we can cope with that, right?
Avasi, I'm just going to put you on hold for a second while I speak with my comrades here. Can I put her on space phone hold?
Of course you can. What? This is entirely normal. What music do you play to your space phone hold?
Oh, it's like smooth jazz, but with like a little bit of a techno beat behind it, because this is sci-fi after all.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you gotta keep it sci-fi.
Yeah. So that was Avasia. She just called me and she told me that those things are, apparently they have a name. They're called sporozoids, which I think is ridiculous, but I didn't get to name them. And apparently they are what happens when the burn infests living tissue, and there's like 6 million of them total, and not all of them are on Cyprit Prime. They were sent to other planets as well. Some of them might have been sent further afield, and apparently they can just infest all living matter that they come into contact with. So that's fine. It's great.
That's not okay. Wow. Okay, that's another problem we have to deal with.
I'm sure some people use them as space garden gnomes. Or space statues.
Oh,
space-
I mean, they definitely do. They quite literally made the whole statue out of them with Lucky Star. Is that going to be like a huge one, or like many little?
Stop giving the GM ideas.
I'm sorry, disembodied voice.
So the question is, do we finish dealing with the giant space gun, or do we go back and deal with this? Because they both seem like very bad problems, but 6 million crystal people that can turn other people into things like that seems very,
problematic.
very bad. Yeah.
Yes. I mean, okay. Let's say we do tackle the 6 million sporozoids.
Hellion, your phone, quote unquote, communicator beeps.
Hey, Amacia, what's up, girl?
No, you
Sorry,
look
don't know why I'm
at
doing
it.
this.
You look at it,
Don't know
and
why I'm
there's a
doing
message from her saying, something came up, trying to figure out how long until they activate. I can get back to you later, and you can see the call ended.
Okay, I'll just text her back saying like, keep me updated with a thumbs up
There was no
emoji.
How big is the thumbs up emoji?
It's massive, and it's also a robot hand because Helion's phone was made on
hell yeah.
hacks.
Why need a screen when you can instead have a gigantic robot thumbs up in front of it? No one needs to read.
So, let's say we do tackle the 6 million sporozoids, which is, I do agree, is a very odd name. What can we do right now?
Well, she said she's going to get back to me with information on how long it might take for them to activate. So I guess we could finish this off and then head straight back. She'll keep me updated. But I have a horrible feeling something's probably going to happen tonight, given how they seemed to react to that shifting on the moon earlier. And we're going there right now. There aren't more crystal statues on the moon, right?
I didn't think about that. There's only one way to find out.
Point of order. If experiments were being conducted in the system based upon the burn, which is why the gun is here, then I assume absolutely we will find some crystal graveyard specimens here as well. Spore
Didn't
swords.
they said that the cannon is like a burn cannon, right? I'm asking this out of character. You said that. It's like something to do
It
with
was
that.
some sort of cannon fashioned out of something captured from the burn.
Yeah. So what? Just throwing it out there. What if it's made from these crystal people?
If it came from Mirrodel, it's likely.
I wouldn't put it past them at this point.
Or if they're like the ammunition?
Can
I
we
think
not
we need-
keep imagining worse things before we even have the chance to see it? Clearly, our mind is focused upon this cannon, so we should just go and deal with it.
Yeah.
Before
Let's get there
yes,
quickly.
yeah.
Let's get there quickly. And
Hurry up.
deal with that, and then we'll get back.
It does
think,
none of us any good to imagine the worst.
I think Zasper inside Hellion kind of, you know how if you're on a horse, you kind of like try and giddy them up. They try and do the same inside Hellion, like, come on, hurry up.
That tickles. I should just fly even faster. Anyway, she's gonna do it anyway.
Oh, are they doing that thing with a... This is the reason why I'm trying to get them to ride you instead of me.
I don't want to ride you anyway, okay?
You don't need to make it sound weird.
Yes, Saspar, you don't need to make it sound weird.
What? I didn't.
I was
make it?
talking to you, Agnes.
You see one photoreceptor blink off and then on again.
Anyway, you were the one who said to hurry up, so you hurry up. You're the slow one here. She's like zooming way ahead of you.
Yeah, I start assuming as well.
So fun fact, you are flying from the surface of a planet to a moon, so it is going to take a couple hours.
Cool.
Yeah.
It's fine.
You just hear, just like throughout the hour, you just hear like, I spy my 100,000 eyes, something beginning with.
Are we there yet?
Usually I really enjoy this game, but it doesn't feel appropriate for right now. Oh, but a quick game. Go on. A quick game.
I spy my 100,000 eyes, something beginning with
S.
S.
Space!
Yes.
That was the same answer.
I'm sorry, there's a lot of
25.
space for my 100,000 eyes to see.
Well, my
Just stare
backup
at
answer
the
was star,
Yeah,
I thought that was going to be a bit too obvious.
but they never pick star, they always pick space.
because star is too obvious. Look around, we're surrounded by more space than star.
Okay, fine. I spy my 100,000 eyes and just keep going.
I think this is just Nat pulling from memory. Someone had something to let them see like 1,000 times farther or something like that, right?
I can't remember if I took that.
Why?
Someone did.
It's a good question. This is the fun thing about like doing this stuff in advance and then remembering. You find surprises about yourself all the time. Like, did you know I had a lockpick? I didn't.
I didn't.
Nope, I didn't take it. I remember
just have a
considering
camera.
it, and then
I have
didn't
some
take
grenades,
it because...
which is obviously very useful right now. Oh wait, I do! I have far goggles!
There we
That was
go.
me!
I knew
It was
someone had
me
it.
all along! Let's just say
I'd
that's
like
what my visor does. Zoom in, enhance!
Oh, this
I like
Jason
to think it's
Bourne.
voice controlled, so you have to tell it to enhance.
yeah, you just hear her going, enhance! Enhance! Sepia!
We're professionals. So as you're approaching and get a little bit closer, you're able to start spotting a fairly modest mining post. Pretty standard guild setup, and there is the geo coordinates given by Griza of where you're headed. It looks modest, maybe like a 20-person mining operation. It sits above the quarry that it feeds down in. Certainly doesn't look like where you'd hide a super weapon.
Yeah, Helion relays this to others. But yeah, it looks like a small mining operation. Can I see anything that looks like a big cannon just like hanging out on the surface anywhere?
Nope. I'll also point out that at no point did Griza tell you it was large.
I do feel like we just made that up.
Yeah, you did.
So
Which is why
I
I'm
was
pointing it out.
imagining like a hand cannon, like a pew pew.
I assumed it was like, you know, evil supervillain death ray.
Well, like a bazooka, honestly.
I thought the entire moon was a cannon.
Look, just look up the thunder gun from Call of Duty Black Ops. That'll be good.
Okay.
You insist.
I mean, you don't have to.
Ah, okay. Oh.
Oh, it has those safety white, yellow, and black lines. That's never good.
See, now I want one.
Tune into Iz's YouTube channel in a week.
1 week.
I guess that's a little bit weird, but I mean, maybe they're hiding it in plain sight kind of thing. Everyone would suspect a very secure
Maybe
looking
it's-
base, right?
Maybe it's related. Maybe the mining is for something they need for making the gun work.
Also,
Or for making it in the first place.
developing a whole new area in a system that's about to die is very expensive and quite unnecessary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A mine has places safe from the sorry,
Use your words.
vocabulators, depressurization of, space. Andy, I hear organics have a problem with that.
I'm pretty sure I've met some Peacecraft that have problems with that as well.
Nah.
Okay.
It's the cold, really. Freezes up your insides if you're not insulated enough.
Alright. So this is the part where the GM asks for a piece of tactical information. Are you just flying dead ass at this thing, or is it like, let's go find a moon hill to hide behind?
I was gonna say, let's land like a little bit away, maybe where we can get like a vantage point kind of thing. Like if we land like behind a little hill and then we can climb up on there and have a little snoop
Reasonable.
and see
Sounds
if we
good to
can.
me.
there's-
I'm not leaving from inside of you because I don't believe I could breathe still
No,
on the moon. So I'm going to stay in here.
no Atmo.
Can stay safe,
Alright.
don't worry.
So beyond this fairly small mining base, there is also that point that points right towards Cyprit Prime, where the lights that go over the surface of the moon emanate from. That is separate. It's not the same location. It isn't super far away. The moon is also geo-locked to the planet, so the same part always points at the planet, which doesn't normally happen with planets. That's like a to the sun thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
As we land, that part of my helmet opens up again, and the little camera comes out of one side, and on the other side, the fourth photo lens right here flashes out a flashlight because it's dark.
Sure.
Hold on, I'm giving you a stream key. This got too real. I'm sorry. But I can stream to the that's the whole point of the camera anyway. The camera's gonna go zooming off because it's a little drone to the mining area to get a better look at it, and everyone can watch the stream key if they want.
Yeah. I'll also like keep my visor on and try to like see if I can see anything else as well.
You all land a little ways away as this is happening, no problem. And the little, like, how big is the thing totally? It fit an event last session, but is it like a fist?
Yeah, roughly. It's about a fist size.
Cool.
Is craft fist or a human fist?
That's a good
Human
question.
fist.
Yeah, I'd say human.
Human.
Probably. Unless you're like a very kawaii Peacecraft with massive eyes.
Alright, so it flies off towards the mining base, and the first thing you notice is that the part of it that is on the surface poking out beside the quarry, it's pressurized and out of use. But as you poke around, you see it's been cleaned out. This wasn't like it broke and people died. This was like they decommissioned the thing and no longer wanted to keep the power running.
Right.
There's
Is
something.
there any? Oh, sorry.
There's something wrong with this. That's all I was gonna say.
Okay. Is there any
Um,
evidence of maybe how long it's been shut down for?
um,
I don't know how you tell that, but
I don't know either. But we have skills.
I don't know. Is there a way to tell? Is there like a surface of dust over everything?
It feels
Oh,
like
it's a layer of
perception
moon dust
or
is thicker than a
engineering.
normal layer of
Perception or
moon dust.
engineering feel applicable here.
I have cameras. I think I'll roll engineering. My perception's a D10. My engineering's a D4, but I want that D4. So
I appreciate that you are going for that Nova point.
complexity.
I mean,
Oh, let's drop a complexity 3 here. Yeah, because I was thinking like, is camera quality a problem? But it's like future camera that's probably has more pixels than the world.
Yep. Also, I see pixels.
Ooh.
I could roll a perception as well, but that
Yeah,
might be
please do.
cheating.
Well, I have 2 Nova points now, so that's nice.
Oh wow!
Oh,
Yay!
no.
Cool, love that for us. We
How
don't
far
see
away?
shit, Captain.
How far away are we from this place, by the way? Like a
By
mile?
now you're probably behind the hill and the moon hill. And when you get down to the actual surface, you can see that the surface is covered in this little like cilia like hair. That is actually what changes colors in those waves.
Ooh.
But to answer your original question, you're probably a couple miles out.
I mean, do we see any people around on the camera feed or in my goggles?
Nope. All right, so with the engineering and the perception fail of the stream key, you are not able to really effectively determine how long it's been empty. However, there is a clue, and that is that in a bat, you like poke your camera lens against like a vent in the back, like a back room. There's just filled with the crystal statues.
Everyone sees that, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did I say? Fantastic.
Why do I get the feeling that we keep imagining these things into existence? Oh, I bet that
That's-
one will turn to a gigantic monster.
Why would you want to try? Why would you test it with that? Why couldn't you just say, "I bet I was going to turn into like a cupcake," or like if you're going to test it, at least test it on something that's.
What's a
We already
cupcake?
said we already thought that was going to happen. I was the one who came up with that prediction. You were, my friend.
Yeah, but now you just double down on it. So if it happens, it's both of our faults now.
You keep telling yourself that.
So anyway, so there's not actually any people around unless we count the sporozoids as people. We could just go take a look.
Not a
we
bad idea.
destroyed them last time.
I mean, all of you got pretty badly hurt.
Yeah, we'll be
I'm
fine. Now we know
still
what to
hurt.
expect. We know what to expect this time. Plus, we can
I'm-
just fly away from the moon.
Well,
Couldn't do that
I'm
last
just
time,
gonna
so we
say
decided
that
to hold
I'm gonna be staying in here, so I quite literally can't help you.
That's a good point.
Also, it's quite possible that they won't react to us if we just avoid the area. There's got to be another
So-
building around here, an entrance.
Yeah, so the question is, if this place is decommissioned and abandoned and just full of these statues, then either is the cannon here at all, and if it is, what is it doing here? Like, are they just keeping it here because they think no one else will come near it, or is this just a big waste of time?
I think all we can really do is venture in and figure it out, find clues, maybe destroy crystal things in the process, or avoid them. Avoiding them would be good.
What if we just smash them all before they can activate?
I like the sound of that. Preventation's better than a cure.
I volunteer you to do it. Yes.
I mean, they're not people, really, are they?
Unfortunately, yeah.
They were.
They were.
But they're not anymore, and they have the potential to do a lot of harm to people who are actually alive,
I don't disagree.
including us.
I don't disagree. It's just we should remember they did used to be people. It's an important thing not to forget.
I know, but I don't want to get turned into one of them. Wait, can Peacecraft be? You know what? I don't want to
Yeah,
find
no,
out.
let's
Don't
not
wanna
test
find
that out. Especially while I'm still inside you.
Yeah.
I don't know how that would work, honestly, and I don't really want to find out.
Me neither. So anyway, shall we go venture into the mine full of crystal things?
I'll keep the camera up. Let it scout ahead.
Good
We
idea.
have around here somewhere. Around there.
As you venture forth, is anyone investigating the quarry next to the mining base?
Sure.
The camera is.
Sure. Okay. So yeah, the camera, going down into the quarry faces some interference. There's something jamming what should be a very clear signal here on an empty moon surface.
How about we skip the room full of crystals and go to the area that is being jammed?
That seems like a sensible idea. Can I take a peek over the edge with my far goggles? Or are they jammed too?
No, the far goggles are, they're largely optical enhancement because, that's what the good shit is. Digital enhancement's kind of shit. I don't know if you know. But yeah, you pop over to the edge and take a look, and there's something on the close edge of the quarry. It falls very sharply as from where you are, and it's basically below you. And there's some rocks around a spot, but you catch the gleam of metal.
I mean, there's something metallic down there. Could be a cannon.
This is gonna be a really odd place to.
Just the cannon on the
Hopefully, it is the
surface.
cannon because that'd be a lot easier.
This entire place is weird.
Yeah.
I mean, PAX is not exactly less strange. I don't even know the last time I saw the actual planet of PAX. It's just everything on top of it.
Yeah, but that's not strange to us because that's what we're used to. We're not used to this. Unless you're secretly from an empty moon full of crystal people.
I wouldn't know.
Okay, anyway, shall we fly down there and take a closer look at this thing?
Yes, we shall.
Alright, as you approach physically, you do get a little boodoops from your communicators saying that they have lost signal. But as you approach, what starts to become very clearly a pressurized door. It's set in to the rock face on the corners. It's like an airlock.
Secret.
Do you want to go inside
base.
anywhere?
Yes, please.
It-
I wanna. I
is-
love. No offense, Hellion 419. I want to get out of you. I'm feeling very claustrophobic, and it seems like I'll be able to at least not explode or freeze
Yeah,
up
but
if I go in there.
what if it's just full of the weird crystal people?
It's fine. You two can beat them up.
Why does everyone look at me? I got
I mean-
hurt the most last time. Never
I'll
mind.
beat them up. Does the door... Does the door seem like it's locked or anything? Do we need a password or a key card or anything?
There is a
Sci-fi.
keypad on the side.
Okay. I don't know how
So-
we're gonna
so-
do it.
We haven't addressed this question before, but Ronan have to be able to go out into space with some sort of equipment, right?
Yeah.
They can,
Do
they can
have
use a
I-
spacesuit,
thousands of
right?
Tiny
I
space
guess,
suits?
but
I think think
It's just, it's more like a lot of my abilities won't make sense if I was in one spacesuit. Like I won't be able to swarm anyone, probably.
We are not pretending to be experts here, but there has to be some sort of structure for this.
I mean, you could say that there is a part of it like an actual suit, but the upper half is more of a force field.
Yeah, and it can like be malleable
Like
with
malleable.
what the swarm wants to do.
Okay, yeah, I'll go with that.
Yeah, you have.
I'll just say yeah.
Yeah.
My spacesuit is like mainly a malleable force field that lets me like shift shape if I need to.
Yeah. You have an object about the size of maybe a deck of cards somewhere inside you that when you activate it projects an atmosphere field that you can operate within.
Yeah, and then in that case, I would probably like I can deal with this and kind of slink out of him. Just like a thread of individual beetles coming out. They don't even wait for Hellion to open up. They just kind of slink out of any gap they can find and just like pull out and land right in front of the keypad. And they don't need to crack their fingers, but I'm pretty sure they copied this from, I don't know, some other creature that they've seen doing it whenever they get to work. But they kind of do the whole motion of like, ugh.
Okay, so what makes the cracking sound? Is it like
They have,
carapaces
like-
cracking, or are they just brushing against each other?
A bunch of bugs and
I
greens
think-
that just make a cracking
Yeah,
sound.
I think a bunch of bugs in the knuckle region agree to make the cracking sound.
Why are we doing this again? I'm not sure. Just do it.
So you could be out in space the entire time you've been making me carry you around. Like, I'm happy to do it, but you could have said.
Yeah, okay. I just didn't want like ex-Ignis complaining about why couldn't we just be going on your own. But
I mean,
you know
for
whatever.
real, this
You're right.
this one's on
He
me.
does complain a lot. He does complain a lot.
This is on me as well. I had no idea.
No, it's fine. I just think
Yes,
we should
I
be
think,
snarky about it in character.
What am I gonna roll? I'm gonna roll
This
I'll
feels
try and-
like computers pretty
Yeah.
solidly.
We need to get inside the door, so I recommend this is not the time to try and get a Nova Point.
no, don't worry. Unless I'm able to use my performance, my presence to intimidate the door open, I'm not gonna bother getting.
there's a communicator built in. Like, there's a little push button where you could then communicate.
Nah, I'll save it for now. I'll use computers to try and
All right.
what difficulty would
Yeah.
that be?
So this is actually just a complexity 2.
Okay. That was a close one.
Success.
So yeah, I think they crack their fingers and then are about to press something as if they're going to like punch some keys in, but instead there's a reach inside of them and pull out this kind of, it's like a small chip. It's a lockpick, but we just say it's an electronic lockpick because nobody uses the mechanical ones nowadays probably, and he just kind of sticks it on and waits for it to unlock the door, and it just kind of and then opens up, I guess.
So the airlock begins running its program where it opens one side and then expects everyone present to get in, and then will close and then open the other side after changing pressure.
So yeah,
The airlock is just like, it's like 8 feet tall. You can notch it, get in.
Oh, no.
But it's kind of unfortunately sized for the Peacecraft.
It's
Wait,
fine.
8 feet? How tall are you? How tall are you two?
Like, I think it's like between 15 and 30 for the normal Peacecraft,
Mhm.
isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So that could be anywhere between half your size and a quarter of your size.
You have to take the airlock one at a time, crouching down.
It's long enough. The tube is long enough that you can like crawl in it.
How cramped are these corridors gonna be?
Whereas that's where it's like, I don't know what you're talking about. I've never met a cramped corridor in my life. And it's kind of just a trail of bugs on the ground.
Saspar, do you want to
Yes.
live?
Do you want us to stop
Yeah.
on you?
You wouldn't do that.
We would.
Nah, I wouldn't.
For this, there is nothing I would not do.
I mean, good luck trying an 8 foot tall corridor.
I'm come on, just, and she'll like fold her wings away and just start like, just suck it up, get rid of some of your dignity for a second, come on.
I don't even have any dignity to give. I crawled.
Yeah, I know, I stole it all. She's still crawling through it.
Alright, so after spending about 2 minutes with the transfer process in just a very cramped space, Zasper's having a fine time, but Hellion and
They're completely fine.
Ignis
They
are
love it.
squished.
I mean, so long as Ex-Ignis is like mildly annoyed, Helion's having a great time. She's
But also the
fine.
funny thing is that this is to pressurize for atmosphere that you don't even need.
No, we don't need.
What are we doing?
You don't think this is hilarious?
No, the player. The player thinks this is hilarious.
That was in character.
No, I do not.
I think it's fucking hilarious. This is fantastic. If it weren't for the, imminently universal threat to all of living creatures in the whole universe, then I'd be having a fantastic time right now.
You have a great ability to compartmentalize. You know that, right?
I know, thank you.
What's the compliment?
The door ahead opens up into what is a mercifully vast space. If you actually look in, it looks like this was at one point a mining cavern. That they have retrofitted with pressurization from the outside.
Why did they make the airlock that small then?
My guess is they never had any
cost more to
Peacecraft.
make.
Just shimmy out of the doorway and
Yeah,
stretch.
I think at one point, like, X's foot gets stuck, and then he spends a good minute just loudly clanking to try and get it free.
Do you want some help?
No, I am fine. I will do it on my own.
Okay, cool. We'll start surveying the area and ignore Ex-Ignis' distress.
So while Ex-Ignis' foot is stuck in the airlock, this cavern goes downward, but it looks like it's been shaped to have a pretty gentle slope downward and tapers. A careful eye would be able to spot that at some point the excavation turned from a mining operation to an excavation. More careful, more like digging out pieces, try to find them, and being careful not to destroy what you dug as you went. As you are clanking loudly, down from the bottom walks in Oran, one of the crystal people, and he's got like a fashionable stone mohawk going on, and some sort of earpiece. But Oran don't have proper ears, so it's like a whole headband to hold it in place. It's like a Bluetooth thing, and he's holding an iPad. But not an iPad, but iPad TM, and he's walking up. And looks to be somewhat disgruntled, figuring out what this infernal racket is being caused by.
Hi.
I'm gonna try and, before they look up, I'm gonna try and slink away to hide.
So it's just the two Peacecraft.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, sure. That's whatever the stealth skill is called in this game, like sneak, slink,
I
stealth.
think it's just stealth.
If only I was a transformer, I could just like turn into whole mode and sit there. Like Bumblebee in
Stealth.
the Bumblebee movie.
Yes, stealth. What complexity would that be?
He's fairly distracted. Why don't we just call it a complexity 2?
Ooh.
Pass.
Yeah, I
So
think
the
they kind of just like, so they're 100. For anyone that doesn't know, Zasper is a Ronan, which is 100,000 bugs that are like a hive mind, kind of working together. And so I think Zasper kind of flattens into like just on the ground, and then kind of as quickly as they can scuttle off into some rocks and behind like some rubble and stuff like that, just to hide and watch what happens next.
I'm going to assume that there is no way for Helion to hide.
You're just looking at the dimensions of the space, and it's like, well, maybe you could stuff one of you two back in the airlock, but only
Kicks
one.
Ex-Ignis back in.
It'd be
Not
pretty
worth
hard.
it. Yeah. Ex-Ignis, I think, is bigger than you two.
Yeah, he's bigger than
Yep.
Helion, I think.
You do have a moment to take advantage of before he fully takes you in. Is there anything you did want to get done beforehand?
I'll just lean over to Ex-Ignis and be like, how do you want to play this? Do we want to just pretend we're here on innocent business, just explorers, just got curious, or do you want to try and intimidate him?
Innocence? The less things that to attack, the better. Also, the camera pops out of my head again. Go zooming.
Tapping a few things on the pad, Olran. I keep wanting to call them Ronans, but that's what Drac is. Then Olrans. He looks up and
Hello.
Hi.
scroll. You're not on the schedule.
Oh, sorry, there must have been a mix-up of some kind.
Well, what are you here for? Who are you here to see? Scroll.
I, crouch my 20 feet of robot down to stare him directly in the face. Who do you think we want to see?
Everyone wants to talk to Braxcott, but he's busy. He doesn't even clock that you're being intimidating. Everyone wants to talk to Braxcott, but he's busy. So, can't talk to the person in charge. So who'd they actually schedule you with?
Can I try and see if I can still as I guess a flattened carpet of bugs. I'm just so I'm scurrying from rubble to rubble. Can I get behind them and maybe see if I can see it and look at what they're looking at on the pad? See if I can get any names.
Absolutely. I think I'm just gonna keep the sneak from before because they are actively distracted, and you get around back, and so Helion and Ex-Ignis can kind of see the bugs kind of hanging up on the wall, looking down at the iPad. And you actually see that this individual is accessing weapons systems, not scrolling through names. He is what you would call stalling.
Okay, well in that case, I want to swarm them. I want to drop down and just swarm them.
Totally.
Yes.
This individual's surprised. So the way that works is any player characters who get to act in a surprise just you just go. What you try just goes. And then afterwards he'll declare what he's trying to do. And then you get to go again. Because surprise is really fucking good in Bryte. So
yeah.
Rack. Oh, Zasper. What you trying to do?
I'm gonna swarm them and just try and if they have any weapons on them, I'm gonna drop down and I'm gonna swarm them with my swarm ability.
He's got an iPad.
That's it.
That's it?
Greatest
Okay.
weapon of all.
Then I'm gonna just try and while I was swarming them, I'm gonna try and get them to drop the iPad at the very least. And
Okay.
I'll
So
just
trying
tell...
to get him to let go of the thing would be in lieu of damage generally.
Okay. Ugh.
But keep in mind, you have a full turn, so you could do one, then the other, because that's how Bryte works. You keep going till you
That's
bust,
true,
and then I get a collapse point, then I use it to hurt you.
Because this is gonna... I feel like that would probably be power, right? And my power is awful. But might as well, I'm gonna try and I'll try and do the crushing damage and try and knock the pad out of their hand in the process.
So which one first?
Damage first. I'll try and crush him.
So that'll be complexity 2 to start.
Yeah.
That didn't work.
Nope.
Great job.
That didn't work.
Nope.
Darn. Can we
So.
use him being shocked at having some bugs try to swarm him to act?
So
I
what
mean,
has
that was a
happened is,
surprise test. I still get another.
no,
I mean,
yeah,
afterwards,
you'll
right?
still get an opportunity to act before he does. So what happens is Nat gets a collapse point. As you drop down and attempting to hurt this individual, he hawks you in the reflection of his iPad and steps a big step to the left. So you just drop onto the ground, and then he starts pushing buttons, and you see sections of the rock up ahead that were just a little suspiciously smooth start to pull out, and you see guns come out. That's what he's starting to do.
I still grab the iPad. Just grab it.
So now that is his declared action. Now the three of you can take actions again, in whatever order you see fit.
Did you say you wanted to grab the iPad?
Actually, I'm gonna. Should I do it? I'm gonna try two things. I'm gonna shoulder charge him into a wall first, which I think is power.
Sure.
Difficulty 2, let's say.
That's what it starts with.
Oh wait, would that be melee?
Melee or power seem appropriate. I don't fully understand the difference yet.
Power's fine. That's a pass.
Yeah, I'll go with power for that anyway.
And
Melee
now,
is more like physical combat, like martial, like your skills in martial arts and stuff like that.
now
So
that
you-
he's
Shoulder check is generous. It's like shin check because that's his height.
well, I mean, my knee could technically be the shoulder of my leg. No, that's my hip. Forget I said anything.
Yeah,
It's
it's more
the
like
elbow of your
elbow,
leg.
like, yeah.
He is the elbow of my leg.
Basically, I need him into a wall.
Yes. For
Because I
damage,
have-
right?
And I'm just going to like put my hand on the iPad and just yank it away from him.
All right, give me a roll for that.
Well, that would be another power roll, I'm guessing.
Power, melee. Hell, it could be skullduggery. That's kind of sleight of handy stuff.
Ooh, skullduggery. Let's do that. Pass again.
Nice.
All right, so you just take the tablet. Use the non-denominational name for it. And you have it in your very large hands.
So, would you like me to turn this against you now? Or would you like to explain why you tried to attack us? I think-
His head is spinning, and he's just starting to put his hands up lightly.
If I try to use presence on him for complexity level 4, would that end the combat if I succeeded?
Quite likely.
Let's do it! I'm so sorry.
So complexity level 4 because it's the fourth one.
Pass
Hell yeah.
again.
Oh damn, yeah.
Nice.
Also, I think we learned last time that you get a minor positive condition for doing 4 successful actions in a turn.
Ooh.
That's 3 though. Need one more.
Oh, right. It goes.
Yeah.
I was off by 1. C is 1. All right, so he puts his hands up, and then he takes the headband earpiece off and just holds it out.
Zasper's gonna like swim over around his. It's gonna like swim around his arm and for an uncomfortable long time, just so you can feel all of the bugs crawling around it, and then pull away and take the communicator, and not say anything, but like listen if they can hear anything from the like earpiece.
You actually do. You hear a female voice saying, "Something wrong? Something wrong? Relcott, something wrong?"
I'm going to try it. I'm assuming you probably click something to respond, right? They're not like hearing every word that's being said right now.
Oh well, it's a headset, so You think maybe that is toggled through the tablet?
It looks like an Exygnus. Actually, I don't even need to speak. I got telepathy. So with because I've got a bug in each of your ears. With telepathy, I'm just going to ask Exygnus. Does it look like this headset is listening in on anything at the moment?
I look at the tablet.
You look down, and there's just a little like microphone with a slash symbol in red.
I just press it.
No, you press it in this little boom, and you unmute.
Just like motioning for him to press it again.
I press it again.
I didn't tell you to press it. I was asking if he was listening or not.
You
I
hear
can't
from the
tell
voice
the
like, Brelcott, you unmuted. What? And then you muted again. What's wrong?
Then I'm going to turn to our Oran friend. Why don't you tell your friend who's listening in that everything's fine? And I'm going to use presence to try and intimidate them into
Okay.
cooperating.
And then we
this is
can have a
complexity
talk.
3.
3. With the highest type of dice.
Oh, bad luck.
Oh well,
buddy.
I got my Nova point.
Got my Nova point. It's fine. You do it, and he's like, sure, and he takes it and just holds it, like not even on. He just holds it by ear, quote unquote. They have holes.
I mean, Zasper doesn't know that they failed, so it is turns to Exygnus. You can unmute now.
Everything's fine. Back to normal. The little slip and fall, the slopes up here are a little uneven still. I'm gonna take my 15 to nurse my hurt ankle. Yep, see you soon. He holds it back out.
Oh, Exygnus, can you mute it again?
Yeah, I pressed the button again.
And then I take the communicator and I just like keep it inside me.
Don't accidentally
that was
unmute that.
fun.
It'll make the weirdest of scuttling noises.
So
Well,
that was a very unfriendly welcome you tried to give us.
Just following procedure.
The secret lab has procedures to just kill anyone who wanders in. Nope,
I was
that
going
makes
to-
sense. But just
Yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense.
No.
Yeah.
I was actually going to put the turrets in and then suggest that you tell me why you're really here and you do the whole like thing that you did to me back to you.
where's the gun?
Yeah, we want the cannon.
Oh, we're just going straight into that.
The gun.
Okay.
We don't have a lot of time. We're kind of on a time limit here, so a lot of lives in danger. So if you could help hurry this along, it would be really helpful.
He seems to genuinely not know what you're referring to. You mean the turrets? He points
Does
to the
he,
turrets that popped
though?
out of the ceiling.
I mean, there would be a role for that.
You
What?
don't know. There's a gun that seems to be harnessing like burn energy. We've been told by a very trusted source that it's here.
You don't do
Oh,
anything
no.
to do with burn energy over here, do you?
The revitalizer.
That doesn't sound right.
It's named based on its purpose. It's named based on its purpose. We're not trying to use it to hurt anyone. The goal is to wake something up.
What?
I don't like the way you said
exactly?
something.
Yeah, what's this something?
And he kind of goes into presentation mode a little bit. Can you remind me the name of the celestial body that we currently reside within? No one?
I lost interest already. And then Jasper is gonna. I want to use my Nova point to split in half, and just kind of separate into two bodies: two Jasper 1 and Jasper 2. And one Jasper's gonna stand there and like listen, whatever, and the other one's gonna kind of like stuff off into the cave where our Olran friend came from, just see what's going on there. Is
Try and
anything?
block the view of this happening so that he doesn't notice.
I think he notices him split in half.
I'll just stand in front of Zasper for a second.
Yeah, I think the camera just like joins Zasper too, just like kind of perches on his shoulder, but it flies on its own, so it's kind of pointless. Just so that
Once you
he's a
get
friend.
about 20 feet away from you, your signal gets really shaky.
That's fine.
So, we didn't come here for a lecture. Could you just skip this
This
part,
all
please?
leads somewhere. Come on, what's the name?
Oh my God, this is so boring.
We're on Cyprit Prime.
No, that's the planet. We are above Cypher Prime in the Wakening Moon.
Right. And what are you trying to awakening?
There's a creature in here. We think it's an omniscient. One of the creatures from before our common understanding of sentient life ruled the galaxy.
May I ask, what about
Of
a
course.
galaxy-ending threat convinced you that you need to wake up an eldritch horror?
It's no, they're much more benign than that. Trust me, some
How
of
do
them
you know
supposedly walk among us even now. They're all shapeshifters and vastly knowledgeable.
What are you hoping to accomplish by doing this? Do you really think this is going to help you in any way, that this thing isn't just going to completely overpower you?
These things know amazing things. If our goal is to continue our existence, don't you think it might be a little valuable to ask those who know more than us?
I think it's quite arrogant of you to think that you can just wake one up and get it to tell you what you want and do what you want.
Look, I'm not saying it's not brazen, but it is warranted.
And how exactly would you be able to test this thing before pointing it at the thing you wanted to awaken?
Well, that's not my division.
Oh, so it's an untested awakening gun. Brilliant.
I said it's not my division. Didn't say they didn't test it.
So
I just don't
what's
think
your
they
role
have.
here exactly? How much power and control do you actually have? Are we just talking to a secretary or something?
I'm a
We're probably
manager.
talking to a secretary.
Like, manager, coordinator.
We're talking to a secretary.
I manage people.
Sounds like we're talking to a secretary.
That's 3 for secretary, 3? Okay.
You
Unanimous.
you hear the other half of Zasper. Yeah, no, definitely secretary. Like, yeah, that's 4 now. I think that's 4, right? That still counts as 4.
Maybe we got off on the wrong foot. I'm Relcott Salabrelta. What are your names?
Tetris. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Tetris 2. Pleasure to meet you too.
Optimus Prime.
Oh god, okay.
Well, we're done with subtlety. Good to know. Did you come to this game for pathos? Deep moments? A total
We'll get
lack
there,
of
but just
humor?
not yet. No,
Just a trend.
Zasper's legitimately going to try and tell them, my name is Tetris.
Yeah, I'm not going to tell them my
Well.
real name.
Tetris looks to the 20-foot tall piececraft Tetris 2 and Optimus Prime. I'm glad we're back on the right foot. Like I said, Brelcott Salabralta. Nice
She's
to
prime
meet
because she
you.
hasn't died once.
Yeah. I'm very proud of that fact.
Alex his head to the side. Decides not to say something.
As my other half is like skulking down the corridor, like, or the section that Oran had just come from, do I see anything?
There is basically a split here. You've got one section where the caving continues delving further down, and then off to, let's call it east, because what are directions? You've got actually what looks to be something structured like work pods, think cubicles, but varying size. Some of them are bunched together for larger purposes, and they all have like semi-transparent walls. You can see some people actually doing things in there. There's some that, and you can also spot lots of samples of those blue crystals about.
Samples are like full-on crystal people.
You don't spot any fallen crystal people. You spot pieces of what used to be people.
Okay.
That makes me feel great.
Oh, you also see a insignia. An insignia that you've seen before, wrought in yellow and black. The insignia of the Order of Heroes. The Order of Heroes is an organization dedicated to trying to solve the burn, trying to drive it back, save the universe. But they don't respect a whole lot of boundaries in doing so.
Oh,
Put it
is
that
this a... Okay, so we've probably haven't like met them head on, but we've heard of them.
Oh, they're an intergalactic entity. Intragalactic entity? Whatever. Whatever one's appropriate for one galaxy.
I think it's intra, yeah.
Yeah, intergalactic is between multiple galaxies.
Intragalactic entity.
I think I'd relay this then to Helion 419 and Ex Ignis. Like I'm seeing, okay, so straight ahead it goes a bit lower down into the caving system, but on my right it looks like there's a bunch of people working on pieces of these crystal people. I could split again and go both down both these ways, but I'm feeling a little bit, I'll be honest, I'm kind of missing the rest of me, so I don't want to split anymore than I need to. Which way should I go on first?
The camera like turns towards you, because I'm guessing that the jamming's probably going to end once you go deeper into the caves, because it's not a science bit. So the camera turns towards you, its photoreceptor blinks once, and then goes shooting off into the deeper into the caverns.
In that case, I'll go east and kind of try and sneak through the cubicle and the pods and stuff like that to see what I can see and get.
What are you trying to ascertain?
I'm trying to see if I can like get glimpses of any like paperwork or not paperwork, tablet work. They're probably working on tablets. Just see if I can get any glimpse of anything that can tell me what they're working on at the moment, why they have these pieces, what kind of results they're getting, and what results are they looking for, stuff like that.
Sure. There's like an investigation skill. Right?
Knowledge?
Right?
I think knowledge is the closest to investigation I can think of. Knowledge, perception.
Would it be a,
Perception.
yeah, would it be a type of perception?
Perception or computers, both are appropriate here.
I'll go perception.
Cool.
What complexity would that be?
Oh. It's just 2.
Okay. Oh boy. I failed. I'm not lucky. It's a D10.
That is 10 out of 10 actions. Alright. So you're slinking around, and you see someone typing furiously at a computer. And you can actually do clock what they're doing. They are running a security override routine on a device that was captured.
That was
Such
captured.
as the tablet that you took, that Ex Ignis has.
Oh. I think I'm gonna telepathically warn Ex Ignis and Helen 419. Hey, I think they've figured out that we're here, Someone looks like they're doing a security override on the tablet that you have, Ignis. Not entirely sure what that means, but good luck. Also, good luck to you, Zasper, too.
Electric Boogaloo, sorry.
I love the way he talks to himself sometimes. Like, I really do appreciate that.
All right. So
Communication
while
is
that's
key.
happening, back to Ignis's camera. He's correct. When you go farther into the caving, the jamming starts becoming less prevalent because there is actual ground to block signals. Less of a requirement. It does get a little echoey, a little more lag time, but it's able to very effectively zoom down through this cave, and it starts to pick up. Does it do audio?
Yeah, it does audio.
All right. You start to pick up voices, and then with those voices, there's say something to the effect of, "All right, one more time before we head back in." And as you round the corner, you come upon a interesting sight. There was a large crystalline structure in this room, with something inside it, something shaped roughly like a serpent, a black serpent, and just the tail has been excavated away, and there are a number of Olrans collected down there, and one of them has this, like, a cannon's a good description for its shape, and they load this pentagonal, like blue glowing canister into it, and they activate it, and emanations of the corona of the burn, very much the same color and visual effect, float out at this thing's tail, and it starts to twitch. But just about a second later, there's a little, and the canisters stopped glowing, and they pull it out. I think we have to figure out a way to get a more longer lasting stream before this is going to work.
Here, Optimus, take this, and I hand over the tablet, and I just go rushing off.
So back to the two-piece craft and half of Zasper with Brelcott. He was kind of explaining what they're up to and that he's totally not a secretary. Is there anything else you wanted to get from him in this interviewing time? Probably a couple minutes. Mostly Hellion, because I imagine Ignis is somewhat focused on camera work.
Yeah. So yeah, we asked him like what his job was. So
Secretary, yeah.
yes, that
Who was
Also,
that he was talking to?
Can you roll a knowledge for me?
Sure thing.
That's just a complexity too.
If I fail this, I swear to fucking God.
Oh yeah.
A
So
1
this-
and a 2. Wow.
Well, low isn't bad in this game.
I know. It's just imagine if that was like a damage roll or something. I'd be so
At
angry.
least it's
Anyway.
not a 1 and a 1.
Yeah.
All right, so, his name, it's tickling in the back of your processors.
Hmm.
His last name, Solibralta, that was Celian's last name as well. The politician.
And he was the same species, right?
Yep.
Oh,
Oh.
Oh.
Are you local to Separate Prime, or are you just here for this mission?
I'd like to keep the conversation to my work details. I don't think.
I'm just
Anything
asking
else
because
relevant?
you do know the situation down on the planet right now. You know these crystallized people.
I imagine they're getting ready for the harvest and the Awakening Festival. Very important to our work.
So is your work tied to the Awakening Festival? Something important happened on this moon at that time?
No,
that
I
you
don't
were
handle
waiting
those
for
kind of
by any
details.
chance? No, of course you don't, but I'm sure you know something. And you also know that I'm very big and very strong, and I can,
Looks up at
defend
Elian.
you.
She's
Okay,
scarier
so-
than I am.
So the Awakening Festival has been something that's happened on Cyprit for a long time, and there's always been increased activity in certain readouts that we've linked to activity of this Omniscient. So we're thinking that on the Awakening Festival, it might be our best chance to awaken.
And then what? What do you want to do with it exactly?
And we can learn, and we can save the galaxy. What, does that not have any value to you?
Yes, it does. I just somehow I don't quite believe this is entirely altruistic for some reason.
That's where like peeks up from around Helen 419's leg and goes, "Hey, you realize that there's millions of crystal things down there, and they kind of react to the moon."
Yeah, and we got attacked by some of them. They wake up, they turn into creatures that shoot you with the burn.
I made a meme about it.
Yeah, did you see our meme? Anyway, sorry.
We don't get signals from the surface here, sadly.
Oh, well, you're missing out. So anyway, those crystal people, they sort of come, I'm reticent to say back to life, but they sort of, animate and they shoot you with the burn. And apparently they can turn people into more of them, and they can infect other people.
Like a vampire? That sounds fake.
Like a burn zombie.
Zombie?
They're called sporozoids. You hadn't heard that term before?
Well, that
'Cause I
sounds
hadn't heard
fake.
it until today. I know, it sounds ridiculous, but
We
I have
didn't
it
name
on
him.
quite good. Yeah, we didn't name them. I would have named it something much cooler, like burn zombies. Anyway, we are concerned that the Awakening Moon is going to cause those creatures to animate and attack a whole bunch of people down on the surface.
And I'll be honest,
that-
you're harnessing a weapon, a machine. I don't know. I'm not entirely sure
And
what
the
it is.
fact that,
But it's
yeah, the
powered
fact
by
that
the
these
burn.
things, yeah, the fact that these sporozoids woke up and attacked us today while you've been experimenting with this thing on the moon, there was some kind of weird flash of color on the moon, and then these creatures woke up. I feel like
Also,
you are
we
having
saw some of
kind
these creatures
effect
on the
this.
base up a little further up. So
Yeah,
yeah.
I feel like you might be having some kind of effect on this. So if you're that concerned about saving lives,
Look, we are concerned about saving lives, but we're concerned about saving the big picture lives. And
Oh, you're
frankly,
one
if
of
there's
those
some
people.
sort of infestation problem, then the ancient omniscient would be able to help us with that too. Supposedly they know everything.
If the ancient omniscient is also not a gigantic crystal. Oh, Optimus, I need you to take this. And then they go rushing off.
Yeah.
look, I'm a needs of the many outweigh the needs of a few kind of person as well, but you're taking a massive risk here. You don't know if this is actually going to work, or if it does work, whether the Omniscient is going to cooperate with you, whereas there are people down there right now who are alive, who will probably die later today when those crystal things wake up and shoot them with the burn.
When do we take risks?
Well, I take them every day, but I'm pretty much
But
only
we-
putting
we-
myself in danger when I do it.
When do we take risks? We take risks when we're losing. The universe is ending. We are way behind. If now is not the time to take garish risks and attempt to get back to where we were, when is?
Maybe don't take risks that have a very high potential to speeding up the end. These
Yeah, these-
crystal
The
things
math
are
is-
not
the
just
math is
on
looking
Separate
good.
Prime. They're not just on Separate Prime.
They've been
They
sent
are
off to other planets in the system.
on other
and
planets.
Possibly outside of that as well. We don't know where they are right now.
You don't know how far this effect is going to reach. It might not just reach the ones on Separate Prime. It could reach the ones on ships, on planets already. This is a risk that you should be, any of you, I know you're just a secretary, it's not like you have any choice in what's going on, but it's not a risk that you should be making without reaching out, at the very least telling other people about.
Yeah, do you not have a
You have the same
contact?
surname as the politician dude.
Is Celion a relative of yours? I was trying to be more subtle about it.
Oh, sorry, I
It's
couldn't.
okay, don't worry. You got there much quicker than I did. Is Celion a relative of yours or something? Could you not speak to him? Maybe.
I
about
think
this?
Celion knows.
Look, Celion's just my brother. He helped me get a good job. He has nothing to do with this.
If you go through with this, Celion will also be in danger. There were crystal beings on the ship that we met Celion on. We dealt with those ones. For all we know, there are others.
There are so many more. And people are going to be flooding the capital city tonight for the celebrations. So what do we do?
You're gonna do what you decide needs to be done. And we're gonna do the same.
We have the same general goals here. I don't think you're bad people necessarily.
I would agree.
I feel like there's a way we can try and work this out.
At this
Also,
point,
why
no,
were we
we can just-
originally told that this was an ARC operation?
we're gonna answer that. He's gonna answer that question after we check back in with Weakness going down. You probably pass half of Zasper on the way, because he's coming back.
The two.
Half spur.
You know, yeah, that's. I think the first time Helen 419 saw Zasper do this, she referred to them as half spur, and it just kind of stuck since then. So yeah.
I think that's a great place to end the game on. I think that's enough Burn Bright for everybody. I think we've achieved what we're going to. Great
Well,
job.
we are
everyone.
halfway through our time. We can go to break now, just to punctuate that.
I won Burn Bright.
And it was advanced.
Yep.
No, but you run into Halfspur. Are you going to recruit him to follow you, or send him back to Hellion? Or have a conversation that is deep and touching and shines new light on new perspectives on this dilemma?
I emotionally open that. No, I don't. I just I wave to him and wave, come with me. As it that's a choice that Zasper can make if they want to. Halfspur can make if they want to.
I think Hasper just says telepathically, I need to rejoin with the rest of me real quick. I'm feeling very homesick, and also I think I'm dying. I need to rejoin real quick.
But Drac, can you tell us how this ability works?
Yeah, it only lasts 10 minutes. If I don't rejoin in those 10 minutes, one half dies from stress.
Oh, shit!
My Ignis's back is towards you now, but his entire head just spins around and stares at you.
You just see the other half of Zasper quickly hurry on over. So I think what you see is Ignis sees Hasper run past and back towards the other Hasper, and Helen 419 also sees their Hasper run towards the other. They kind of
Try and stand in front of him for a second.
yeah. And then they kind of meet halfway, but then when they collide and rejoin, the momentum just carries on in Ignis's direction, I think, to join Ignis.
That's fun.
And Helen's in Helen's head, you just hear, Ignis needs me to follow them, so good luck. And they just keep running.
Rule number 1: abandon our best fighter when facing the bads.
So as two of you are heading down the cavern, and Hellion is there with the tablet, and Brelcott is standing there, and you ask him, this is Arc facility, he's like, oh, that's a very long story. And then the tablet blinks and goes red, vroom, and you see the turrets start to activate on the sides.
Could you maybe call off whoever is on the other end of this tablet and tell them we're not here to kill you all?
And that's where we're gonna go to break.
But I want to see if we die now.
It's my death, and I want it now. We'll be back
It's fine,
soon.
if I die, I get to meme even harder.
No.
Don't. Stop it.
Kill me, Nat.
You hurt me. Alright. See ya. We'll be back in 10. Is well, this is a meme now. Thanks, fam. Okay, first of all, Helene is never going to die because what you did is heinous and horrible. Oh, hi, you're back. Heinous and horrifying.
I'm
and
just
you
trying
should
to
feel
have a
bad.
good time. I'm just trying to have a good time playing a
We're
game
not.
with my
This
friends.
is this a game to you?
Yes.
Is this
Yeah.
a game to you?
This is real life. Is
Did other
okay.
people think this wasn't? Drac,
It's
did you know
serious
it?
business.
Am I the only person who thought this was a game? Not again.
So,
I live to upset Nat.
that isn't true. Mostly. All right. So, we are back from break. Gonna play some more Burn Bryte. We had just left with Ex Ignis, Adam Lee's character, and Zasper, who is now reunited, his two halves. Drax's character heading down a tunnel to try to stop something. We'll get what exactly that was. But they left Hellion behind with this Bryte fellow, and the tablet that they stole from him went all red flashy and started activating the security systems, which I'm certain isn't a problem in the slightest. And we ended on Hellion saying, "Can you please tell them we don't need to kill each other?"
Yep, very much would appreciate that.
And he goes, "Well, if I have the tablet back, I might be able to do something quickly."
I'm watching though. She hands it back.
And he takes it, and he just you can tell he's very versed with this device. It goes across dozens of screens way faster than you can track. As one of these guns starts to train in on you, so getting closer, and he is going to roll check.
Oh crap!
Oh no. I draw my
I could have
laser
just
sword.
made it happen.
That is a fail, though. He failed his complexity 4 hacking roll to stop the guns from shooting you.
I'm in a different hallway.
Yes, you are. Yeah, Zasper and Ex Ignis, they're not getting shot at right now. Just Hellion.
I'm going to grab him, Brelcott, and I'm going to make a dash for the corridor, out of the room, hopefully out of range of the gunfire.
Sure. That we are in action at this point, so why don't you make me a complexity 2 athletics roll?
Cool. Ooh, this will be... I'll get a Nova point after doing this. Yay.
Hey.
Oh, thank God.
So you dash down the corridor to get out of range of the guns. They start firing behind you. And you're able to get down into the corridor. Are you so you kind of get to that split. Do you want to go down to where their office is, quote unquote, or down towards where Ex Ignis and Zaspar went?
Since I'm holding this man, I'll just be like holding
Yeah,
on.
and he's
be
like,
where do we need to go to get these people to stop trying to kill me?
I just need to try again. Don't worry.
Who is the person on the other end of the communication device? Because they don't know that we are not a threat to you.
A friend of mine, he ran a subroutine. I have to stop it this way. Trust me. Just hold
Okay.
still and don't die.
I'm trying.
And as you dash down the hallway, you dodge those bullets, but other defenses come out in this area. And once again are going to try to shoot you.
I'll keep trying to dodge.
Yep. This would be a different round of actions. So just
Okay.
complexity 2 again.
So another athletics, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, passed again.
All right. So do you want to go towards your friends or towards the office? He didn't really tell you which one was important.
You know what? I'll go towards my friends because they're the people I trust here.
Reasonable. And actually, Zasper and Ex Ignis, as you look back, you can see Hellion dodging bullet fire.
Oh, we.
Holding
left for like a
Brilcott
minute.
by the collar.
I mean, I don't remember much of our relationship, but this does make sense to me.
Yeah, no, that does make sense. Yeah.
You abandoned me. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense to me too.
He's gonna try again.
Whoa, that's intense. Okay.
Can you get it right this time? This is meant to be your entire job, Bronco.
It's really not.
Yeah, managing people's his entire job, and he still can't manage to do that either, can he?
Manage people, can't manage
Ooh,
guns.
That's a fail again.
Bloody hell!
Oh,
I'm gonna have some words with your fucking supervisor. Where are they?
Okay, well, my code is been rejected, and now the guns are targeting you.
Do I believe him? Is he doing this on purpose?
He seems pretty panicked. Is there a role in this game for, like, are they lying to me? I think
Like,
it's one of those things where it
equivalent
can be
of
multiple
insight?
different things. I don't think there's an actually straight up insight, but I think, like, sometimes you can streetwise,
Yeah.
sometimes you can
Okay.
perception.
Oh,
I
also...
think. Wait, isn't
is
empathy
there-
used for that a lot?
Oh, I'm
I
terrible
think
at
empathy
that.
makes sense, but yeah.
I mean, yeah, if you want me to roll that, I'll roll that.
Yeah, so you want to do that before or after dodging bullets?
Oh, well, I'd prefer to dodge bullets first, but you know.
Well, because
Also,
whichever one you do second will be harder.
Oh, okay. Also, just quickly, are there any, like security cameras? Like, are people watching us right now as well? Just out
Every one of the
interest.
guns has a little on it.
I'm gonna also, like, hold him in front of me and just be like, turn
He
the
covers
fucking
this much
guns off. Turn the fucking guns off. We're not here to hurt you.
The
that doesn't
communicator,
work, I'll
I
dodge.
believe Zasper has it. Inside him still. You can just hear from it coming out. It looks like we have a hostage situation involved.
Oh, God.
Oh no. Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna try and see if he's lying. I'm gonna do the empathy thing.
Okay, so.
So is
two
it
guys,
definitely empathy?
Empathy feels appropriate here.
Oh,
So yeah, he seems just as freaked as you are. He wants these to stop shooting at him. His job is not getting shot at. He doesn't like this. Now you're holding up like a shield. He's honestly just freaking out on the inside.
sorry, I disconnected for a moment, so I didn't hear the first thing you said.
Just more the same.
Okay, but he's telling the truth. He's not like deliberately getting them to shoot
Yeah.
at me, basically.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I'll go. Keep running. I'll be like, Zasper, you've got the communication device. Can we have that, please?
Okay, sure. And I'm just gonna.
Alright, so
Stop, and I
Zasper, at
guess-
this point, guns are trying to shoot at you as well, by the way.
Oh, god damn it. Oh, he's dragging me into trouble, Hellion, and then they're gonna run
You
up.
guys abandoned me.
They're gonna run up, and like I just essentially obviously dodge the fire that's incoming, and also throw the communicator up to Hellion and see what they so they can do whatever they want with it, because Zasper's still not entirely sure what's going on.
Just grab it. I put it on Brelcott's head, and I'm just
So-
like, tell them to stop.
So, the Zasper and Ex Ignis had just gone to the threshold. It's like around the corner is what Ex Ignis saw before. So there is a chunk of distance between you and Hellion. You could definitely move
Okay.
it, but like that's your free move for the turn.
Yeah, I'll use my free move to do that.
Cool.
And then, I mean, I guess I won't even need to toss the communicator. I'll just hand the communicator over to
Yeah. Boop.
Helen.
Put it on
Brelcott
his head.
puts it on, and it's like, they're not holding me under duress. You are. Please stop shooting us. Please. But in the meantime, each of you has now Hellion has 1, and Zasper and Ex Ignis have 2 counts of bullets coming at them to
Okay.
prevent.
Okay.
So athletics.
Yeah, like, athletics. You could also like try to sneak to get out of the way. You know, there's meant to be versatility.
Yeah. I'm just gonna dodge. I mean, I'll let Helen go first because it's like
Hell, you could
full-on
computers
combat.
to wig out the gun and be like, "Look, you missed me."
I did another athletics and I passed.
Hell yeah.
Is this the thing where if you do multiple things, you keep going? So like, is Helium gonna keep? Does Helium want to do anything else?
Yeah.
Well, I'll say my other action is putting the headset on him and telling him to make them stop.
Yep. So Drac and Exignius each have 2 counts of guns pointed at them to obviate.
Ooh.
Can I rip
I'll
the
just
turret off the
dodge.
wall?
Wow. Okay. Thanks.
Yeah, so you can definitely rip the turret off the wall as when you're like, don't shoot at me. That works.
Yeah, let's do that. The complexity?
It's the first action's always complexity 2.
It's off the wall.
You dealt with 1.
Let's go for 2. Why not? They don't need them.
All right, you get another one. Do you want to keep going? Because now you could try to protect Zasper. Because you can try to do this for your friends too.
Yeah, why not?
All right, complexity 4.
Give me 1 second.
Ooh.
F Zasper.
Yeah, that's what I haven't been rolling great today. I'm not entirely sure why. I don't know what dice gods have angered.
Roll 20.
Ooh.
Roll 20 is the dice gods you've angered.
Roll 20. I'm really sorry. I'll give you your blood sacrifice next time, please. I'm sorry I'm late.
Does this count as an attack skill roll?
You sure? What do you thinking? You got a thing?
I'm going to activate Sure Shot. I can spend 1 Nova point to activate this ability during a combat encounter. For the rest of the encounter, if one of my attack skill rolls fail, the attack still deals damage and/or effects as though it had hit. I still suffer the consequences of failure, and my turn still ends.
Okay, so I still have 2 collapse points, but you got it. You now have a stack of guns like in your arm, 3 of them, sparking. And Helene just ended after getting it to Bryte. The bullets lay into Zasper, and doing 1 health level of damage and killing, a fairly sizable chunk of the little beetle friends.
Poor BBs.
Asper just kind of sighs, like, I just want to go back to my ship. Okay. Ow, okay.
Okay.
Is it gonna fire again?
Well, I think he's got them to stop now.
Well,
I
he's
mean,
got- he-
also, there's a lot less guns.
there are a lot less guns.
Zasper just seems very frustrated. They've never seemed this frustrated in a while.
Bryte does have to roll. Yeah, he's got he gets his D6 for empathy, not for empathy, for decorum, and or he's D6 for all the social skills, to be honest, and he's just going to do complexity 2. So 1/6 chance this goes badly.
God bless.
We good. The guns remaining stand down. You can hear shouting from the farther in, as there are, they heard a lot of gunfire going off.
How many guns are left in this hallway?
3.
Okay.
Stopped firing.
Just in case, though, I'm gonna take one of these turrets and just toss it at another turret to break it.
Yeah. Roll me a complexity 3 power roll, and he's gonna be like, "Don't! Those are expensive. I have to requisition those."
Complexity 3?
Well, because now we're out of combat, so some things can get more or harder or easier when combat is not present.
Let's try range, though. Why not?
Okay.
Even though that will make it a complexity 4, so the chances of this happening are literally practically nothing.
Oof.
Holy.
Oh.
Wow.
did
Oh,
it.
damn. Okay.
Hell yeah.
Wow. You have some good luck today, my friend.
Yeah, I do.
The hunk
You
of metal
also-
sails through the air and strikes the other one just at the connection point and shears it clean off. As they both tumble to the ground, one of them releases one round into the wall.
So,
I gently put Brelcott down. You're welcome for me saving your life, by the way.
Thank you.
we should turn this into a game on PAX. I'd take one of the turrets and just do that, just up and down.
What? No. Why would we be running this way? You told me to come with you.
Oh, the gigantic
Tetris
snake god is
2.
that way.
Wait.
The omniscient.
Sure. I doubt it called
They're
itself.
not gods.
I don't know. I don't pray to any gods. I barely understand religion.
Okay, wait.
Yeah,
let's
it's not
let's
really
hurry.
a thing for us.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's hurry.
We know who created us, and they're dead.
Zasper just starts hurrying down. Zasper just kind of looks back and forth between Hellion and Exignis, and then just starts continue hurrying down deeper
Should
into the corridor.
Should I rip down these two?
He got them to stop shooting at us. I think if you start damaging their property again now, it might encourage them to start shooting at us again.
That's a fair point. I drop.
And I can't believe I'm the one saying that.
Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't
appreciate
laser
this.
swords.
They're expensive.
I unceremoniously dropped the two I was holding.
Well, so is my body and their body and
They're
their
bugs.
bugs. So, you know.
Rubbing his head. Yes, really. They say they don't, when he's like talking to someone, really, they say they don't want to hurt us. I didn't believe it either at first when they hurt me, and now things are okay.
Because you tried to hurt us.
I was just off. I know. I was just following protocol. I didn't understand it either. No, I'm talking to someone right now.
Yeah, I know.
Can you please keep it down? Yeah, it's okay. We'll get it all sorted out with corporate.
Oh.
So we can stay in here and we're not going to get shot at, right?
Yeah, as long as you behave.
As long as you don't try to shoot us, we'll behave.
Just don't steal anything, touch anything, break anything, or get in our way. It's fine.
I would never.
Right? You probably want a bit of an introduction? It's like I'll be right back. You trust me. You are my number one priority. But I just have to put out this fire really quickly. I promise I'll call you right back. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It's just love you. Bye. And turns off.
Just a
the
regular
communicator.
Tuesday for you, huh?
Always Tuesday.
Zasper had run ahead.
Yeah. So as you round the corner, you come into a pretty sizable cavern, one I described to Exignis earlier. There is a large crystalline structure. It looks like almost like there's this big black snake. It's almost as if like it's frozen in ice, but it's not. It's crystal. The tail has been excavated. There are a number of Olrans, and now that you have a little more time to look at what's going on, there's also 3 Kithuk and a Driftling among them. One of the Olrans has canistered up this cannon and is pointing it around somewhat panicked, like he might intend to use it defensively but really doesn't want to, but he wants you to really think he will. You get the vibe?
Brelcott, tell him to stop.
Simmer down, it's alright. They say they don't want to hurt anyone. Look, I'm managing the situation. Wink. It's fine. Yeah. But hold on to it. Okay. So.
So what do you know about
What
this?
do you want now? Look, it's the Omniscient. It's right here. It's saying hello. We're trying to wake it up so we can save the galaxy. Was there anything more you want to know?
Give me that. And Zasper just points at the cannon that they're holding. Just give me it.
The guy puts it behind his back and says, "Never." Okay, this is our lead scientist here. He's done a lot of very important work on this. This is his little baby. Pats him on the head. Trust me, he's not going to let you have it. Neither am I.
Is there a turret in this room?
There are not any that have activated, but you spy a couple spots where they might come out.
I just silently go over to one of the turrets and reach in, grab it, pull it down, and point it at him. Just in case they start shooting again.
Okay, I'm normally not the one who does this, but we did say we were not going to shoot them.
Oh, no. If they try to shoot us, instead, they shoot the science guy who's not being very cooperative. That's what I'm thinking.
Fair enough.
He just
And you call me irresponsible.
Rokot goes up to this guy and goes, "Okay, Selik, trust me. You just gotta talk to them. They're not gonna do anything brash, and don't worry. We've already let corporate know what to do. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Talk to them."
We're just the cannon inspectors.
They're not the cannon inspectors. They are outside inspectors who we are in agreement on our goals, I think. And I promise not to impede our progress, right?
I press a button on the holographic display around my left arm, and a small arc badge appears on the like right side of my chest. On the pectoral region, if I had pectorals.
Oh yeah, you were gonna tell me the story about why we were told this was an ARC facility.
As you can see,
It's
very
really
efficient.
more time than we have opportunity right now. Maybe when there's
Could you not
less,
just give me a condensed version? You know, elevator pitch it.
I think that would really losing the nuance would really paint some people in bad light.
Which people?
I just want to go home, back to Lexi. Please just give me the cannon. Please. And despite the fact that Zasper is a bunch of bugs, this is the most exasperated, just exhausted they've ever looked.
Exasperated.
bugs.
Damn it! I mean, it works. Exasperated, yeah.
Who knew that your character's name would be a gold mine for puns? Anyway, sorry, we're doing a serious scene. Get back into it.
Okay. We need to wake this thing up so we can save the galaxy. I don't know why you want it, but it's
because
ours.
we are concerned that you doing this is having an effect on the sporozoids down on the planet's surface. It is awakening them and making them attack people. And when they attack people, they can turn them into more of them. And these sporozoids are spread throughout the entire system now, and maybe beyond that. So we really do not want that to happen, because that could be very damaging. I'm sure you can
An
imagine.
alert goes off. And all of them just like look at whatever their tech device is to find out what that was. And you hear murmurings about the burn has accelerated suddenly.
Let's just put two and two together. You've been fiddling around with this. Burn-touched things have been activating. You've been fiddling around with this more significantly. More burn is accelerating.
Do you not think you are having an effect on this?
Correlation does not necessarily equal causation, but I feel like in this case, there's enough of a correlation to be strongly concerned.
Selik, the scientist, hands the cannon to one of the Kithuk and steps forward. Says, "We've run all the science, we've done all the math. Trust me, we're not affecting the burn. As these crystal sporozoids, that's a possibility, but we can solve that problem once we've saved the galaxy, can't we?"
If there's no galaxy left to save, or at least no system left to save it in, I doubt
What's
it.
the point?
How many systems are in this galaxy?
Yeah, the Omniscient is on this system. You massive.
Calm.
I just silently reach up, take another one of the turrets, break it out, and point it in the direction. It's
How
relaxed.
do you, I just need to know, how do you know that this omniscient is gonna even want to help you,
Or
us,
even knows how.
the galaxy.
Well, there's no certainty in science, right?
So you are not. You're risking so much when there's evidence right in front of you that this is doing something incredibly harmful to people who are alive right now. Instead, you're trying to wake up this dead thing.
Not dead, it's sleeping. It needs to be awakened. But once it is active, it can help us. This isn't undocumented territory.
You just
These things
said
have
it
wakened
wasn't
before.
certain.
Of course it's not certain. Some of them just want to lie in their little holes and die. Some of them get involved in politics. Some of them will give really important work and save millions
Wait, hold on. So there are omniscients around.
Yes, they're apparently shapeshifters and hiding amongst us.
Why aren't they helping us
Yeah,
now
that's
then?
a
Why
thing.
do we need to wake up this one that hasn't been around at all the past, I don't know how many years, when the ones that have been around for the past how many years
Aren't
either
doing
don't want
shit.
to or can't help?
Look, let's say there's a 5% chance this omniscient can help us stop the burn. If there are, let's just say a sample example of 100 billion people in this galaxy, and there's a 5% chance, what's 5% of 100 billion? That's how many lives this action saves, statistically.
Except we don't need to make that
That's-
sacrifice. We could transport this omniscient to another planet and figure out a different way to wake him up. The core worlds exist, and they're fairly safe from the burn for now, at least for the next millennia.
Also, that doesn't make sense. A 5% chance that it can help doesn't equal 5% of 100 billion lives saved.
Yeah, well, clearly we're not talking about actual science here. We're talking about a madman. I'm trying to talk to a madman.
I'm just gonna, Zasper is just gonna, you just hear 100,000, or not 100,000, probably less than that now, 99,903 at this point, size, and they're gonna go and just try and grab the cannon out of the Kuthek's hand.
Alright. So, you go to grab a cannon. So I don't think we need to go into combat math for this. I think we're better off resolving it as a skill check. That's probably skullduggery, would be my guess. Although, if you have a particular approach you're looking for, I could see other options.
I mean, I'll go with athletics. I don't think there's any way I can sneakily or like stealthily get this out of their hands. I think it's pretty brute force.
Okay, that makes sense to me. And this is, one second here. This is complexity 4.
Ooh. My luck hit. Okay, I'm just gonna go for it.
What's your die? Oof.
So close. So, I'm gonna.
Jack,
So
mate, your dice are
you
hating you today.
They
dice
really
are not
did.
happy. Not.
I don't think
kind
I've
of
succeeded in one roll.
You lurch after this cannon, and this Kithuk freaks. He just reacts on instinct, and he just levels it at you and pulls the trigger.
Fucker. Sorry.
Jerk.
Fucking excuse me?
The corona of the burn emanates out from it, much stronger than when you saw it before Ex Ignis, because as the burn has advanced and you get closer to the Awakening Festival, the device also gets more powerful.
Great. Love that. Love that.
As what is essentially a spear of the burn stabs into Zasper and actually starts to kind of spread like lightning and strikes the Omniscient's tail, and it's gonna hit one of our Peacecraft friends. But that's for y'all to choose.
I'm
What?
already hit with. I'll take it.
No, I mean, I'm not injured at all. I can take it.
Yeah, but you'll become a meme, so I'll take it. We'll never hear about the end of it. Okay, we can't do it on the second episode. It's fine.
Okay, fair. I mean, I don't think it's gonna outright kill you guys, but but this is now,
Alright.
so you never know.
I have twinned power word kill on players before and just gone, you're too dead.
Why did we
3
agree
times.
to this?
So this lances through Zasper, and just all of the Ronan. Is the Ronan the name of the hive, or is that the name of the individual bug? The bugs. Just you feel tens of thousands of them just die instantly. Arcing through the awakened, you see a big crack start to work its way along, and a little more breaks out as it rises in what looks like pain, which again, you're figuring into like the math of how likely it is to help you. Maybe not the best.
Idiot scientists.
And jumps out and to a number of the other individuals there, including Selec, the lead scientist, and they just vaporize. Like 4 people just died. Consumed by the burn, never to be seen again. But you two are
you can hear
protagonists.
Helion screaming, "Turn that fucking thing off."
That's reasonable. So this is going to impose a moderate negative condition and deal 2 health levels to each of our protagonists who are hit.
Who does the
Shields
shield
do apply.
soak anything?
Shields do apply. It does not have piercing.
Because that would have taken me out if he didn't.
I don't have shields, but I still have 3 health level. I have 1 health level left. Moderate condition, right?
So it applies to mental, physical, or social as a category.
Ooh, physical.
And then he promptly stops at the shouting and realizing what he's just done.
Helion is gonna go and loom over him. Put it down now, on the floor.
Points it and puts it end down on the floor and just rests one of his lower, because he's a Catholic, he's a beetle person, one of his lower arms on the top of it.
Zasper is kind of like silent, kind of like steaming, quite literally, as like few of the Ronan bugs just drop dead off of them. And then they look to the Kithuk who had just shot them, and they're gonna just swing a punch at their face.
That's
That's
fair.
reasonable. No one's gonna stop you. That I think so. Normally this would be complexity 4 because these that's their die size as a tough. But given that they're just not stopping you, I'm just gonna drop that to a complexity 2.
Let's
Still
hope
your
I don't
point.
fail this.
If you fail this, mate.
I
Swear to
probably
God.
will.
No, I believe in you.
Oh
There
my
we go.
god!
Thank God.
You smack this Kithuk in the face. Beetle punch. Flinches and just takes it.
Yeah, again, Zasper is just silent, and you just see a
He's-
section of them kind of slough off and I guess pick up the dead Ronan bugs that fell off and kind of rejoin with the rest of them.
Zasper, ex Ignis. Still standing?
Relcott just like has his hands up like, let's all just calm down a bit. That was definitely what nobody wanted to happen at all.
No, it wasn't.
I
was. Go ahead.
And I don't say anything. I'm just using the camera and my own eyes to try and perceive the omniscient. Because if this thing wakes up and we just, how much time do we have? Do we have time?
So I
So
really
simple.
appreciate that you specifically said in the fiction that you're paying attention to the omniscient, because you can actually see the. You ever like have a glass break in your car and like shatter the window, and you can just hear little crickly crackety breaks if you put your ear close to it. That's the sound that comes into your microphone when your little camera bot goes up next to it.
Okay, got a couple things to say here. First of all, you step the fuck away from this gun. Pointing to the scientist who shot it.
So it
Far,
was the
far
Kithuk
away.
he's handed it to. The scientist got vaporized.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he was another scientist. Yeah, I'm just like, you get far, far away from this gun right now.
The Kithuk who made the mistake steps away, but another one does come up and kind of secure it.
Don't you put hands on that thing.
Look, someone's got to keep a handle on it. Right?
I don't think anyone should be touching it right now. First of all, I just want to say, did you see how the Omniscient reacted to it? I don't think that thing is going to help you much if it does wake up. Secondly, before you decided to vaporize everyone in the fucking room, I was going to suggest we could help you because we have a ship. We could transport the Omniscient somewhere else for you, where you can continue to research it, not under the time pressure of the burn about to be consuming your planet. But I don't know if we really want to do that for you now, considering that you just shot my friends.
I'm pretty sure the Omniscient will move under its own power once it's finished. It's still, and I just like silently point towards it.
Maybe your gun did something after all. I guess we'll find out how friendly it is towards the people who just shot it with the burn.
And also how many people were killed by sporozoids down on Cyprit Prime.
Oh, mate, finally. You keep... So, couple things. Transporting it, not really viable. We need the Awakening Festival to try to get it to wake up. That's part of the math. Remember that part? The readings and the... You don't care, do you? Anyway, besides that, I'm really sorry we hurt you. Not the goal. Have one dumbass make a mistake does not apply to all of us.
Well, of course not, considering most of you are now dead. Or did you forget about that bit?
Look, we will mourn their deaths for the giving their lives to the fucking progress to save the galaxy. Yeah, they're important. But right now there's a situation with you that you're causing. Because they wouldn't have been dead if you hadn't barged in here. These are on you.
And we wouldn't have had to barge in here if you weren't clearly fucking with something beyond your understanding.
There's a question. Why did you come here? Because you didn't know about what we were doing until I told you. So what motivated you to come here and end up bungling our business?
We were just supposed to be down on the planet collecting samples of those fucking blooming flowers that bloom during the Awakening Moon. And then we were told
So what got you to the moon?
about a burn cannon on here in an ARC facility. That's why we came here.
Instigator.
It quite clearly is. You saw what it did, right? It vaporized people, which is what the burn does.
It's quite successful, actually, as a burn cannon. I'd say that you made the finest burn cannon in the galaxy.
In fact, what it
job.
did looked exactly the same as what the sporozoids did down on the planet, and they are creatures of the burn. So, I would say it's a burn cannon.
Okay, fine. Fine. It's a burn cannon. It still sounds like it worked. But I'm still interested. Why did you come here? Who told you to come to this lonely little mining operation that has been abandoned?
Lasper again doesn't say anything and just goes to the gun and picks it up and begins to
go to
leave.
the gun.
Zasper.
Another Kithuk will step in front of you. This one is not hefting the gun at you, but it's definitely like just trying to be in the way, like a bouncer might, you know?
Oh, it's fine. I can swim around them. I can take their space and go past them.
Yeah, so he
So I'll
goes in the
just
way and you
swarm.
just like...
And-
And he'll reach back and put his weight down on the cannon to try to keep you from picking it up.
Zasper. If this Omniscient wakes up, what were you planning to do?
Other than die a terrible death. That is.
Talk to it?
Why would it want to talk to you?
Because that's what the other ones have done.
And the other ones knew how much about the burn?
Pieces?
And you think this one will know more?
That's the hope. 5%.
5%. You know, we were created by scientists, right? Optimus and I were created by scientists. And thanks to their scientist work, the people who created us are literally.
When you say Optimus and I, one of the scientists in the back, who has like glasses and stuff, just giggles. Doesn't say anything, just giggles a little bit.
We were created by scientists who wanted us to fight a war. And thanks to their work, their entire planet got every organic being wiped off of it. Our people, the people who made us, no longer exist. I'm sure they thought roughly 5% chance of it working out well, too, and then they thought, oh, that's a reasonable sacrifice. But it seems to have been a bit different considering they're no longer standing.
If we don't try a lot of things with low chances, then we won't be either.
Yes. But that does not mean you try to do it in the most foolhardy way. I doubt that this was the only option available to you. I think there was probably something that had a 3% chance of working that you decided, no, why not go for the 5 despite the fact it's that much more dangerous?
Jasper looks, again, exasperated, but at this point angry, and just turns to what's the one that's the remaining one left?
Relcott.
Pardon?
Relcott.
Relcott, and says, "Do you know what I am? Have you heard of Ronan?
Yeah.
Do you know what
Worked with
happened
some
to
people.
our planet?"
Yeah. Regrettably.
Our planet and the queen along with it was eaten up by the burn, and I lost my family. We got separated. I am what I am. I am Zasper, but I was more than that before the burn. And now you're standing here trying to use the burn, risking another planet, and you think I'm going to just stand there and let it happen. I'm not going to let anyone go through what I experienced again. Step away from the gun or you will regret it.
That's what he does. Kel. And the Kithuk leans off the cannon.
And Zasper doesn't even look at Exiguus or Helion, just picks it up and just literally just starts walking out.
Brilcott will actually lean in close to at least a couple bugs he can get close to and go, I wouldn't wish that upon anybody, but your queen made a mistake. She could have left that planet and worked with all of us, tried to save the galaxy, but she made a mistake and let her and all those who followed her be consumed by the burn. We're not the same. Those aren't the same. We're trying not to repeat that mistake.
Good luck getting your omniscient off of world. And Exiguus walks behind Zasper.
Crack, crack.
I want to look at what that omniscient's doing.
The camera drone's still there. We'll wait there
Yeah.
until the last minute.
The omniscient seems to be taking down the crystal quite slowly, taking its time. From tail to snoot, and the head is like pointed away from this angle, so like you can reveal that when it breaks out.
It's even the best for last,
Yeah. Relcott looks at Helion, the one he's spent the most time with, and the only one who has not started to leave.
Yeah, she's watching the omniscient. I think sort of like backing up towards the door, but more like blocking them from potentially following Zasper, basically.
Why were you here? Who tipped you off?
I don't think I should really tell you that.
There's someone. We'll find out.
What will you do when you do find out? If you do find out.
Probably nothing, because in all likelihood, by the time we find out, they will have been consumed by the burn. Maybe because of you.
You do know our entire purpose for being here was to help get people off-world before the burn consumed the planet. And also to help preserve a very important part of your planet's culture. That's what I do. I go around the galaxy helping to preserve pieces of planets' cultures and taking them to the core planets so that these things don't get forgotten.
You know, I do appreciate that. I'm gonna miss my little home here when it's all gone and that amber corona just washes over us.
Well, it looks
That
like
work
your
is
omniscient
important.
might be waking up.
In all likelihood. In all likelihood, whatever we get from it won't be able to be implemented fast enough to save Cypher. But at least now that it's waking up, we can initiate an evacuation. I have a call to make.
Well, I wish you luck with that. I do hope you find something, but I don't know. I still kind of think it's a fairy tale. And I also frankly still think that your meddling here has had something to do with the acceleration of the burn and the burn zombies, so
I don't have any response to that. I'm just sombred by the death of my colleagues.
regrettable, but didn't have to shoot the fucking cannon, did he?
I mean, I'm no happier about it than you are.
I had hoped this would be resolved peacefully, without anyone getting vaporized, but
No. He's looking up at your big robot existence. I think you and I have a little more in common than you might think.
really, what makes you think that?
We're both trying to preserve. Sure, you are maybe a little defeatist, deciding that it can't be done. But you're still trying, buy time that we have, preserve the things we can until the burn reaches a little black hole in the center. Whereas I'm shooting for the moon, so to speak. Same goal, right?
I guess in a
To
way,
save.
you don't really know what I actually think about the burn, though. Doesn't matter. It's admirable what you're trying to do. I can't see how you didn't think this wouldn't have any kind of adverse effect.
You didn't know about the crystals until you got here. And our data doesn't back up that we're affecting the burn progression. I know it looks bad, but I wouldn't have predicted King Borzoids? It still sounds fake.
Oh, I know, it's a ridiculous name.
Who the fuck
Sorry,
named that?
not a good time to joke. Look. If our paths do cross again, I hope it won't end in more gunfire, is what I'm trying to say. And I hope you do find something, genuinely.
One of the other techs says, "All right, ready to bring down the jamming." He gives him a wave, like, "Go ahead."
Jamming.
So we can make calls back to Cypher and move forward.
Maybe you should check out the video my friend uploaded onto the network of the Sporzoids.
As the jam goes down, Ignis, your phone explodes, like not like boom pow, like notifications are many. You have one missed call and like 6,000 notifications.
I'm gonna do a quick scroll through those notifications.
Are we
So
trending?
your video was marked as a your video was marked as inciting terror to the population and was then taken down, but then was re-uploaded by a bunch of people who then were like, wait, they're trying to silence this must be important. And so there's like thousands of copies out there.
God.
And then they knew who did it, because so it all leads back to you. There's tons of people messaging directly at you, just talking about you and this whole situation. There is you would probably estimate a certain amount of public hysteria about the very real threat.
And the missed call?
It is from a number. It is from an individual by the moniker of Hunter. You don't recognize the name, because of course you don't. They did leave a message.
Play message.
Ignis, another delivery for you to make. The politician people are willing to pay good money to do what you do to them. Name's Celian Salabralta. 15,000 Argent in it. Text me if you're interested. Click.
Oops. Please.
Oops.
Excuse me.
Do what I do? What do I do?
What do you do?
I don't know.
Hellion and Zasper also have a moderate amount of just like built up notifications, but it's much more normal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do I have anything from Avesia again?
Or Avasia, thank you. Yeah, there's a series of increasingly frantic text messages. Like, time frame seems to be connected with activity in the Aurora of the Burn. Oh no, the burn is starting to have a couple flares. Oh no, they're coming alive in small bursts. We have a problem here. Please call me. I need your expertise.
Frantically. I'm sorry, there was a jamming signal. We're on our way back.
Unfortunately, you are 2 hours of flight away.
Do you have anything that can get us to the planet's surface faster than me flying through space? The
I'm gonna have to put
sporozoids
you
are
on hold
coming
for
to
a second.
life.
I'm gonna put you on hold for a second. What was that?
Do you have anything that can get us to the planet's surface faster than me flying through space, which is about 2 hours? The sporozoids are coming to life and attacking people now, imminently.
Well, we have the one ship, but it's kind of earmarked for an important cause. Gestures vaguely at the snake.
You only have one ship. For fuck's sake. Could you
Your
not
your
drop
heart
us
is to
off?
hide a ship.
Could you not drop us off very quickly? To save hundreds and hundreds of lives on your home planet.
Four minutes, okay?
Thank you.
Back. Yeah, I'll see you soon. Okay? That's what he says, and clicks off the call.
I'm gonna text Exignis and Zaspar quickly to tell them what that just happened.
Y'all are, roughly
ride.
speaking, you can group up.
Okay,
Pretty
cool.
easy. Yeah. We are out of the stage where very tight positioning matters in the slightest.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, as the drone goes back into my head, could we call Lexi, get her unimpounded, and
I have a feeling we're going to need to act very quickly to get people off world. I don't know if there's even going to be time for the... I want to try and get something, one sample at least from the flowers, but...
we have some seeds and some earth coming.
From
He
Griza.
wanted... Yeah. He wanted freshly bloomed samples.
I know, but we'll do our best.
I have a quick question.
Okay, but before I answer that question, they always like yell out and they say, "All right, everyone, spacesuits on." Now continue.
Oh, are we
I mean, I
in the
guess.
ship?
I activate my mag boots, which is a thing I have, and just clamp onto whatever bulkhead I'm on.
Hell yeah.
I'm in my spacesuit already, so I guess I'm good.
I'll just float around.
Watch out, there's a gigantic robot just floating around the ship.
Okay, so where are we right now? Are we on the ship? Are we still walking through the
You're in the corridors.
mining tunnel?
We're in the
Still in the
corridors.
corridors,
You're in the mining quarters.
Relcott, are we in fact inside the ship right now?
God, no, just this room.
Okay.
I mean, I guess we get back into the room.
I don't think Helion ever left the room.
The room where it happens.
Oh, God.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Dead silence.
I'm ashamed. All the puns. I did not sign up for puns and jokes
Didn't you?
and references. No, I thought this could be a serious game.
I'm very sorry, Drat.
You abject fool. Alright, so you get into the room, and as that's happening, there is a semi-rapid depressurization, slowed down slightly, as external doors to this chamber close off. At the same time, you notice that in this brief time you were outside, about 100 more people showed up.
Okay.
Hi, new here.
Yeah. There is no other Peacecraft, so you definitely stick out, and that's probably why the airlock sufficed.
Zasper's just glaring silently while holding the cannon kind of on their shoulder.
Yeah,
And
I will
yeah,
like position myself so I'm standing in front of Zasper in case anyone tries to go for the cannon.
I still have that holographic orange arc badge just flickering above my chest. That's
yeah.
it.
And the
Just
whole time
excited to go.
Zasper, like since everything that happened, Zasper hasn't spoken. They've just been dead silent,
Yeah.
and
Well, sorry. I thought
you're
you
just dead
finished.
silent, just glaring at everyone that walks past, that gets close, stuff, anything like
Yeah.
that.
While we're waiting for all this ship stuff to happen, since we've regrouped, which of you is in more desperate need of healing? Because I can heal one person. I can heal someone. I
We
don't know.
both have one from what I
You
heard.
both have
Exygnus
one.
and I both have one health.
So I have an ability. I can spend one advantage to restore one health level to an ally. Oh, you are combined with. It has to be when I'm combined with Exygnus.
Well, you mean Zaspar? Can you combine with another piece
You
craft?
can combine with other
Yeah.
Peacecraft. They have a special exception that
That's
it
our
works.
that's our special ability that we both took. But I don't know if I can combine with other species.
No. When Zasper gets inside you, that's combining, quote unquote. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, okay. I mean, so yeah, I could heal. What is an advantage? How do I spend that, and how many do I
That's
have?
during in combat. You can create advantages, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay,
And
so
then
I
you
can't
can spend
just
those advantages.
so I can't just heal people right now.
I imagine you should be able to. I'd imagine that you can do it outside of combat, but just that in combat, you have the specific requirement of an advantage because you're probably under pressure in combat.
Okay.
So it probably is easier to do it out.
say any. Yeah, it doesn't say
If you
anything
click
about
on it, it'll put it in the dialogue so I can read it. Hit the roll button.
Okay. Just if I can heal them each for one, that would be useful. But I don't know if that's allowed out of combat.
Advantages can only be gained and used during combat, so no,
Okay.
not allowed.
Okay,
Okay. Sorry, guys.
it's fine.
Sorry.
It's okay. I'll just
Just punch some people, and then they'll be angry, and then you can heal your friends. Alright. So this whole thing starts to rumble. You really just have a little bit of time where no one's really paying attention to you. They all have like jobs to do and stuff. There was a little shouting over what to do the 4 people who were vaporized to get replaced by.
Very
Yeah,
first
I know.
episode of Star Trek Voyager. I kind of want to keep an eye on. I'm with my crew, but kind of still
Yep.
keeping an eye on the Omniscient because it seemed like it
Oh, yeah.
was doing things, and
As
Helion is
the,
not entirely convinced.
As the structure starts to rumble, it rumbles a little bit too. And you see pieces of the crystal start to fall away.
Oh yay!
I've
Love that.
I've got a question.
Yes.
Does Lexi? Hold on, let me just read the exact thing I have.
Tuesday.
Does Lexi count as a creature? The magical intelligence, right?
Maybe. What are you trying to do?
I
That'll
want
help
to
me
say
answer
that I've already implemented my telepathy with Lexi. I just need to leave a bug behind.
Well, the thing about MIs is you can't really put a bug inside them because they're
We have an MI grounder.
digital.
We have
Oh,
a
you
MI
do?
grounder, so they have a physical form if you want.
Just stored in the small hollow projection thing. It's a little space for a little bug.
Yeah.
It seems I'm gonna say it works today because I'm allowed to do that.
Nice.
Yeah, so I think through telepathy, Zasper's gonna try and contact Lexi and just say there seems, I don't know if you've heard or if you're seeing it already, but apparently there's been bursts of activity from those sporozoids. Is there any way you can unpound yourself or just break free and maybe meet us halfway? We're heading back to the planet.
I can try, but damage to the ship might be semi-significant.
Okay. We'll try and get there as soon as possible. Sorry for leaving you behind.
At this point, the ceiling opens wide, and you start pulling out of this piece of moon. And what you are accosted by in front of you is a breathtaking sight of a planet sitting in front of the sun. As the lunar eclipse has begun, and you are actually behind the planet. It's quite the shot. You can see the darkened portion of the planet facing you, and you actually, as you use your farsight visor, Helene, you can make out that the little bulbs are starting to flower and bloom.
Aw.
I take a shot with my camera and upload it.
Hell yeah. Within about 12 seconds, it has like 57 likes and 6 retweets. You're like local famous right now, and everyone knows that Vita hits the local systems first and then branches out from there.
I kind of want to do. I think this might be streetwise, but I kind of want to observe the other people in the room, the people who aren't us, and I want to figure out who the weakest link is. Who is the person that will tell us the most or give us the most information? By who's the most uncomfortable with the situation. I feel like that is a streetwise role.
So remember that that nerdy scientist who googled at Optimus?
Mm-hmm.
Well, they just watched 4 of their colleagues get vaporized, and they look pretty shaken.
Hello.
Oh, hi. Are you like Megatron?
Sure.
Don't make jokes about our cultural history.
Oh, good lord. I'm not ready for the camel jokes that are going to appear soon enough, because my brain is going there. So, you have information about all the experiments that have happened here, yes? Access to that information?
Yeah.
I
feel like I probably shouldn't be telling you that, though.
I give them a contact address. You don't want this. When you're ready to go, upload everything there. We'll get you out.
And he just... I guess you probably send it to him. Looks at the communicator. Meets your eyes or your optical sensors and just gives like slightest little bounce of the head.
And then I walk back to my group. Sorry, I was asking what the bathroom was.
Sure.
Said the robot.
I don't know. I'm not very good at this whole playing around. I'm not suave. I've got a D4 in suave.
As
What
this
happened
ship,
to you, Ex-Ignis?
as this ship is pulling out of its dock, quote unquote, you can see out of a side port the burn advancing through the system, and there's this lovely shot of the burn just evaporating the 3rd planet in the system, Rosa K, which is, an ocean planet, had mountains and a story and life. And it's just gone.
Do we get any sense of how long we might have until it reaches Cyprit Prime, sorry?
There are a bunch of people in that room calculating that right now. And you know what? You can find that out quite easily next week. On the trio, Bryte.
We're doing great.
Today was good. Like episode 2, Jump the Shark, we're good, right?
Did you expect any of this to happen, Nat?
What? I mean, some of it.
Yeah.
I planned that voice message to Ignis.
Thank you.
Yeah.
To be honest, if you were not expecting Transformer puns, I don't know. It's Izza.
All right. Well, speaking of Izza, our local meme lord, Izza, why don't you kick us off and where we can find you on the internet?
Hey, I'm Izza. You can find me at Evil Clever Dog on Twitter and Instagram, and at youtube.com/Evil Clever Dog, making cool cosplay and crafting content. Maybe I'll make some Transformers stuff in the future. Who knows?
Hell yeah.
But I just did a bunch of cool stuff. I did a 3-part video project with Bethesda UK, some cool sponsored content, so please go and check that out. And my next video is going to be about my Miss Marvel cosplay. And you can also find me on every Saturday here playing with these guys. Awesome. And you can also find me on Monday playing with Nat again for our Quest the Soaring City game. It's going to be very fun. And
that game is somehow more grounded. Somehow.
Despite literally being about a flying city.
I mean, to be fair, we literally left the ground and went to space. I mean,
yeah.
The first game was quite grounded, and then, we stopped being on the ground.
Yeah.
It's kind of our fault, really.
And you can also find me on Critical Read Al Qadim, which is every third Saturday of the month, along with Adam Ali. And the next episode will be on November 21st, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, come check us out, ripping apart an old racist D&D book. That's me.
Hi, my name is Adam Ali. You can find me on the interwebs at Werewolf Feels, and you can find me here every Saturday playing Burn Bryte with these lovely people as I slowly watch the world descend into flames. You can also check me out every other Wednesday, including next Wednesday on Off the Table, where we play the Burned Brunch, a Monster of the Week campaign. I play a werewolf because I have a brand. And you can, of course, catch me on the 21st this month and every third Saturday thereafter, critically reading Al Qadim, ripping apart that incredible nonsense, honestly. There's some other projects coming out in the future, some writing projects, some cultural consultant stuff, and a very special announcement on December the 5th. But all of that you'll be able to find on my Twitter, so you might as well go there and press the little follow button there. It's free! And now, lastly, I'd just like to say, happy Izza Appreciation Day. And
yeah, it's
I'm looking forward
to it.
So remember to celebrate.
Happy appreciation to Izza.
And I'm looking forward to tomorrow, which is the International Drac Appreciation Day.
Woo! Nope, that's on February the 30th, 2021. So you're a bit too early for that one.
But Drac, February only has 28 days in it.
Not with that attitude.
It's March 31st.
Hey, I'm Drac, or Draconics, or Drac is just way easy to say and spell. You can find me on Twitter at Draconics, and that's DRAKONIQUES. The normal spelling of it was Taker. I hate them for it. So you can also find me here every Saturday. I'm playing Burn Bryte, 6 p.m. Eastern. It's been a ton of fun playing for you. I generally cannot wait for the next episode because I'm very curious as how it's gonna go. You can also find me every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern over on Little Red Dots channel, where I'm playing a Swordsfall campaign. I think it'll be the third episode next Tuesday. We just finished one round of it basically is like a talent show, but your life is also on the line. And we just finished the first round of it, and it was very intense. It was great. Every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern, you can find me on Encounter Roleplay, playing an Iron Hunt campaign called Hustle and Claw, which is just a combination of like millennials and monster hunters, and it's great. It's a lot of fun. You can also find me every other Thursday on Scriv the Bard channel, where I play a D&D campaign where I play a Warforged monk. It's a ton of fun. Living JoJo reference. I'm Way of the Astral Self monk, so I have to have JoJo references there. And every third Saturday or Sunday, I'm not entirely sure, you can hear my voice in a actual play podcast called Super Idols RPG, where I play a magical idol boy. Ton of fun. Listening is great. Things are getting intense. And yeah, that's me. I guess I'm also the co-founder of Friends Who Roll Dice, a TTRPG Twitch channel, but like I don't really appear on it. I'm more the behind the scenes person there. But yeah, that's me now. That's everything. Oh no, wait, sorry, one more thing. November 18th, I'm gonna be on Joshua Simmons' channel, playing a charity game of D&D. We're raising money for I believe it's Extra Life. Yes, Extra Life at 12 p.m. Central. I can't convert it, but 12 p.m. Central time. We're gonna be playing a D&D campaign. It's gonna be a ton of fun.
I forgot one of my charity streams. So that's great. November the 29th. You can catch me on basically I'll be with Fuck Cancer Roll Dice and we'll be playing Quest. It's gonna be forever fun.
Okay.
Again, more information on my Twitter. But yes. Charity streams. Good
We're up
Lord,
to
I
a
do
lot
too
of stuff,
much.
guys. We do too much things.
Do we sleep? Does anyone here sleep?
Do we?
No.
What is that?
No.
Is that
Anyway,
like
it's
is
Nat's
that a
turn.
candy?
Yeah.
Can you eat that?
So, Nat has spent the last like 30 seconds looking for the production, the sign off, like sponsor stuff for her Chromatic Chimeras. I'm gonna do that by memory. We like I think we have something with like heartbeat dice and something else, and it's also Pelgrane Press and Roll20 Spotlight program. Love all that. Shield Realm is a code somewhere.
Yep. Yep.
The
Connected a lot
Nightbot
of
did post something in the chat.
I have
Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally
Thank you,
right.
Nightbot. Is also Tabletop Loop and adventure game. Oh yeah, that's the Quest affiliate that No Initiative is part of, I believe.
Yeah, Artisan Builds, Pelgrane Press. We have a lot of connections with a lot of wonderful folks. Go check them out.
Yeah. So yeah. But I'm Nat. You can find me on Twitter at CrimNat, KRAMNAT. I do freelance layout, editing, writing. That's part of the quality writing you can get if you hire me. You can also find me on Monday with his 6:30 EST, Quest of Soaring City, where I GM that too, and it's somehow less of a mess and also just as good. Because everyone knows it's more of a mess, it gets better. Besides that, yeah, that's all. I like to keep mine short when I can. Besides that, it's been nice to have you tune in. This is my first time ever running tech. No one showed me how to raid, so that's not happening. Next week, I'll have that figured out. Love you all.
For now, just find your favorite streamer and go do an individual raid on them.
Yeah. Bye, fam. It's been good. See ya.
Bye.